Have you ever wondered what the biggest threat to modern medicine might be? It's not some new, undiscovered virus lurking in a faraway jungle. It's something we're creating ourselves, a silent pandemic growing right in our food system. This is the story of the antibiotic apocalypse, and it starts in a place you might not expect. Imagine a world where a simple scratch could be deadly, where routine surgeries become life-threatening gambles, and where common infections are untreatable. This isn't the plot of a science fiction movie, it's the future we're hurtling towards, thanks to something called antibiotic resistance. Antibiotics are one of the greatest miracles of modern medicine, turning once fatal diseases into minor inconveniences. But we've been overusing and misusing these precious drugs, and now, they're starting to fail us. The bacteria they were designed to kill are evolving, becoming stronger, and learning to survive the very medicines meant to destroy them. These evolved bacteria are often called superbugs. When we talk about antibiotic misuse, our minds often go to doctors overprescribing them for a common cold or patients not finishing their full course of medication. While those are indeed problems, they are just a small piece of a much larger, more alarming puzzle. The biggest driver of this crisis isn't happening in our hospitals or pharmacies. It's happening on an industrial scale, hidden from public view, on farms all around the world. An astonishing 70 to 80% of all the antibiotics sold globally are not for human use. They are fed to farm animals. Let that number sink in for a moment. The vast majority of these life-saving drugs are given to animals that are not even sick. This isn't a case of treating an individual animal that has an infection. This is a widespread, preventative measure known as prophylactic use. These antibiotics are routinely mixed into the daily feed and water for millions upon millions of animals. The reason for this massive-scale medication is a direct consequence of the conditions in which these animals are raised. Modern industrial farms often house thousands of animals in incredibly crowded, confined spaces. These conditions are a perfect breeding ground for disease. When animals are packed so tightly together, a single sick animal can quickly lead to a widespread outbreak, threatening the entire operation and the profits of the company. So, instead of improving the living conditions, providing more space, or ensuring better hygiene, the industry has leaned on a seemingly simple fix: antibiotics. By feeding a constant, low-dose stream of these drugs to the entire herd or flock, they can suppress the diseases that would otherwise run rampant in such stressful and unsanitary environments. It's a shortcut that allows for the maximization of profit by keeping animals alive just long enough to reach market weight. But this shortcut comes with a catastrophic cost. When you expose a massive population of bacteria to a constant, low level of antibiotics, you are essentially creating a perfect evolutionary training ground for resistance. The weaker, more susceptible bacteria are killed off, as intended. But the naturally stronger, slightly more resistant bacteria survive. These survivors then reproduce, passing on their resistant genes to the next generation. With each new generation, the bacteria become stronger and more resistant to the drug. This isn't just happening with one type of bacteria or one type of antibiotic. It's happening with countless strains of bacteria and a wide array of our most important medicines. The farms become factories, churning out not just food, but also new, improved strains of antibiotic-resistant superbugs. Now, you might be thinking, what happens on a farm, stays on a farm. Unfortunately, that couldn't be further from the truth. These superbugs don't respect fences or farm boundaries. They can spread in a multitude of ways. The bacteria can be present in the animal's waste, which is often used as fertilizer on crop fields. From there, they can contaminate our water sources, like rivers and groundwater, and even get onto the vegetables and fruits we eat. Farm workers can carry these bacteria on their clothes and bodies, bringing them back into their communities. The superbugs can even become airborne, traveling on dust particles for miles from the farm. This creates a direct pathway from the farm to our communities, our hospitals, and our homes. The consequences are already being felt around the world. We are seeing a rise in infections that are difficult, and sometimes impossible, to treat with our current arsenal of antibiotics. Strains of bacteria like MRSA, C. diff, and drug-resistant E. coli are becoming more common, causing severe illnesses and claiming lives. These are the superbugs born from the overuse of antibiotics, and their primary incubator is the industrial farm. The World Health Organization has declared antibiotic resistance one of the top global public health threats facing humanity. They warn that if we don't take urgent action, we are heading for a post-antibiotic era, where common infections and minor injuries can once again kill. Think about what that means for modern medicine as we know it. Procedures we take for granted, like cesarean sections, hip replacements, and even simple dental work, would become incredibly risky due to the high chance of an untreatable infection. Cancer chemotherapy, which weakens the immune system, would be far more dangerous if we couldn't protect patients from bacterial infections. Organ transplants would be nearly impossible. We would essentially be rewinding medical progress by a century. The irony is that this entire crisis is being fueled by a system designed to produce food. The very practices meant to ensure a steady supply of food are now undermining the foundation of our entire healthcare system. We are trading our future health for the sake of cheaper production methods today. But it doesn't have to be this way. The solution is not to eliminate antibiotics entirely, as they are still crucial for treating sick animals. The solution is to end the routine, non-therapeutic use of these precious medicines. This means we need a fundamental shift in how we raise animals. We need to move away from the crowded, stressful conditions that necessitate the prophylactic use of drugs. Animals raised in healthier, less crowded environments with better hygiene and welfare standards have stronger immune systems and are less likely to get sick in the first place. This reduces the need for constant medication and breaks the cycle of resistance. Some countries have already taken significant steps in the right direction. Nations in the European Union have banned the use of antibiotics for growth promotion and have seen a significant drop in their overall antibiotic use in agriculture, without a negative impact on their production. This proves that it is possible to farm responsibly and protect public health at the same time. The power to drive this change lies with all of us. As consumers, our choices send a powerful message to the industry. By demanding and choosing food produced without the routine use of antibiotics, we create a market for more responsible farming practices. We can also use our voices to call on governments and policymakers to implement stronger regulations. We need clear, enforced bans on the non-therapeutic use of medically important antibiotics in animal agriculture. This isn't just about animal welfare or environmentalism, it's a critical issue of human public health. The antibiotic apocalypse is not a distant, hypothetical threat. It's a clear and present danger that is growing with every passing day. The superbugs being bred on farms today will be the untreatable infections in our hospitals tomorrow. We are at a crossroads, and the path we choose will determine the future of medicine for generations to come. Will we continue down the path of short-term convenience, sacrificing our most valuable medical tools? Or will we choose a more sustainable, responsible path that protects both animal welfare and human health? The clock is ticking. If you found this information important and want to learn more about how our choices can create a better world, please subscribe to my channel, Be Kind Fair. Together, we can be the change.